can bring me my phone. Por favor. The reason I asked is I'm gonna have to. Okay, let's go. So, full disclosure, I have been playing a little bit off stream because I've wanted to. And I found a sunken crypt, and I've gone into it, and I've got an iron. However, the unfortunate part of all this is I am going to have to Winter Celebration, what does it do? Got it. To build food preparation table. Yes, I'm aware of that. The obliterator. That would actually be kind of nice. But anyway. Wood iron beam. Heavy build. Ooh. Furnitures. Getting distracted. I need to build this over there. I don't have a suitable place for copper and bronze. So I'm going to have to sail my ship over there. Or at the very least, I'm going to have to go to the other place, which is up here. I'm going to the Black Forest area to look for stuff to make a forge. Because to make the forge, I need 6 copper. So, blue skidoo we can too, right? found iron, which is important. Also, I believe I now have some mead that has been fermented. Nope, still fermenting. Carrots are growing perfectly. That's the swamp. This is where I need it to be. I also made molasses cookies today. I've got to say, they're pretty tasty. There's all my iron. But I need a forge. And I ain't got one. Man, these cookies are so good. Raspberries for the win. Alright, let's go and cover this map. Hopefully there's a decent Black Forest section. There we go. Get pooped on. Okay, so that's Black Forest there. So, I mean, theoretically, we should be not too far off. This looks like a little pond, or a little lake right in the center. That's pretty cool. Or is that... No. That's the ocean. That's pretty cool, too. So it's island shaped. Oh, okay. That's an interesting shape. That block. Very, very interesting. Do I hear a beehive? I do. Got me another queen bee. Let's go. Dracar, good time zone. What's up, guys? Wow, you guys hopped in at the exact same time. It's crazy. And Kool-Aid all at the same time? Oh my gosh. You guys must have just gotten the notification. What's up, guys? Yeah, I know. Had some stuff to do. So I figured I'd put in a stream now because I'm going to be getting my oldest son tonight. Just got off your Super Destroyer and saw you stream? Super Destroyer? Explain, friend. You had my curiosity. Now you have my interest. Anything cool happen today? Well, I made some molasses cookies. Oh, Helldivers 2. Yeah, the game's fun. Right now, I'm just going over this island, which is kind of cool shaped. Super Destroyer for Helldivers 2. Basically, each Helldiver has their own ship, or at least in the game, it would appear so. Helldivers 2 is really fun. I don't know if they have it for the Switch, though. Recently picked up SimCity 4, proves why I should never be trusted as a city planner. Man, I miss SimCity 2000. That stuff is fun. You gonna hit me or what? I have perfected blocking. Well, I haven't perfected it, but I've gotten much better at blocking. So he came from there, which means the Black Forest can't be too far off. Refresh. There we go. Now it's showing me how many views are in here. Dude, it's hard. Like, SimCity 2000, that was hard. Like, I'd finally start to get a city going decent, and then bam, I'd get hit with every disaster possible. Not truly. The Bruise can spawn anywhere in the meadow since you defeated the Elder. Ah, gotcha. Gortarius is a trooper, man. As he spoke last time, he is indeed a night owl. So I just got done. $330, golly. I just have this affinity to get on when he's getting ready to go to bed, and I love it. Man, my parrying is getting so much better. Golly. Yeah, it's like a... Oh, I'll get my gear together once I get back to school and get a new job, though. Ah, it's a bummer. As long as you still stop in every once in a while. Because we're going to miss you. But I understand priorities take priority. I don't want you losing out on sleep or nothing. Just say a what's up every so often, that way we know you're alive. Even got to the point of disasters, my city bleeds money every time I try to restart. Oh dude, yeah, it's tough. So yeah, I don't know if you guys were in when I spoke, but not gonna lie, I did play a little bit off stream. and I finally found a sunken crypt. Found 2 of them actually, and I was able to mine me a little bit of iron. So that's why I'm currently here at this base, because I have to build me a forge and everything here. No proof. I'll show you. Just wait. Right now I'm mapping out this island because I need the Black Forest stuff. I need tin, and I need... First I need copper, though. You gotta bounce schools, fire departments, police, hospitals. Takes a crap load of money, and I don't... Oh yeah, man. Makes you realize how much running a city actually sucks. I wouldn't want to do it. Alright, let's go find some choppers. Man. I don't know. That's a bear. Eating blueberries. Good, I need more blueberries for my meads. Ow. Yeah, I think you're right, Kool-Aid. I think Skitty Skylines probably would be on there. FPS? Let's see, what could be on the Switch FPS-wise? I mean, the Switch isn't typically well known. That's a troll. Isn't typically well known for its FPSs. Ow, can't go that way. Really? So I've heard of City Skylines, but I've never played it. I don't feel rested anymore. Not surprised. Oh? Just running everything. Let's see. Copper. Okay, so that doesn't work. Oh my goodness. Get off me. Day 80. Okay, cool. You. Go away. Okay. Blah 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 blah. No Doom Eternal and Payday 2 on the Switch. Only shooters I can think of. Yeah, you should play. You should play Doom Eternal. No, no Metroid. Boo. But you should play Doom Eternal. That'd be super fun. Doom Eternal's great. Everyone loves it. And you set up your Christmas tree. How'd that go? Also, check out this cool, awesome hint that I learned from Cortarius. That the veins go all the way down. 'Cause I didn't know that. Shoot, I was trying to. My freaking potato computer wasn't working. Wasn't wanting to actually work. I can do like a level or two at a time. The issue is I need more RAM. Once I get more RAM, it should work pretty well. Yes, I think you're right. I should download more RAM. Oh, I mean, that would be sweet. I would love to get a new PC. But sadly, they are expensive. Although, I will say, my PC, or not my PC, but my subscriber count is now at 227. So, there's that. So basically, I am halfway there, subscriber count wise, to being able to get, what is it called? Where people can basically sub to my channel. When did you owe me a Yoo-hoo? Oh, it was to get like 10 subs in that one night, which I didn't do. And watch Hallmark. That's okay. Go spend time with your wife. Go watch some cheesy movie about Christmas. Or Thanksgiving. I don't know what they're putting on there now. But it's important that you spend time with your wife. Goodbye. Oh wow, somebody's emoting. Must be Dallas. He must have learned that he can emote. And Dallas was upset that he wasn't the #1 talker. Let's see, what can I drop? That'll give me less weight. That doesn't weigh anything. That doesn't weigh anything. Drop the wood. There we go. 19 copper. Let's go. It's not a bad day at the office. So what'd you guys do this weekend? Or so far? We got that piece of copper. I'm carrying too much weight. Now I'm not. So now I need to run all the way back here. Haven't really done too much. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's one of those weekends, man. See, I'm getting my oldest son tonight. Haven't seen him in almost 2 months, so I'm thankful. It's kind of a last second thing, so they're on their way from Chicago, so it'll take some time. I think I need to bring the boat this way next time, because this is too much walking. VR chat with friends, Armor 3 with my unit, Baldur's Gate 3 with my friends. Man, you got a lot of different hats, mister. That's awesome. See, I get tired after like the 2 hours I usually stream on this game. Say, yeah, those games, like the milsim games, they look really fun. But I tried playing it one time and I just got embarrassed because these dudes are like doing stuff, and I'm like, how do you shoot? I spawned into the beginning of the map and they all just left me. That's the keyboard layout. Oh gosh, that sounds terrible just thinking about it. I don't know if it's Arma 3 that I've seen, but there's like a TikToker that I watch where that he shows up on my feed and he's like a helicopter pilot. And he's just doing like these crazy things on the helicopter. I wish you guys could taste these cookies. Molasses cookies, the same kind your grandma used to make. The only bad thing about them is occasionally you'll get like a really big pocket of like cloves, and it's a little bitter. But I'll tell you what, they are super soft. I'm grabbing the wrong bottle. What'd you drink? Say there was this one stuff that I drank when I was in Germany that I went to a party and they all thought it was the nastiest thing ever. They called it Feigl. It's like a little bottle with like a little hat that you take shots out of the hat. I thought it tasted great. but I was also fairly drunk. I had one of my lows. It was 80% rum. Jeez. Say they tried to get me to try absinthe while I was there, but I'll be honest, I was too scared. Because the only thing we ever hear of absinthe over here in the States is the shit that makes you hallucinate. And I wasn't about to chase the green fairy. Get off me, piggy. But it was a good time. The Feigl stuff, man, I tell you, it's tasty stuff. Come here, little piggy. Oh, I don't know. That's just what I grew up hearing. It could be something different, man. I never drank absinthe. Too afraid. Too chicken. What? Die. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what Chase Purple Dragon would be, but I absolutely don't want to do that neither. I've smoked marijuana a couple times, and every time it was a bad time, with the exception of the first 2 times. That was fun. But any other time, terrible, terrible time. Interesting. Oh, that is nifty. Thank you. Man, you're so helpful. That's so much easier instead of having to find the 2 key. I just gotta remember it. Danger. What have we here? Oh. You usually pull shield and weapon from your back. I didn't put them. Oh yeah, thank you. I wouldn't have known that. As you can tell, I'm still very much noob. Man, it's a shame Dallas ain't here. I was going to show him the fact... I was going to show him I actually do have armor. Or iron, sorry. Shut up. Aw. Splash. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Oh, I see what you mean now. I can have them both equipped. Oh, that's cool. See? Iron. Now, I must smelt copper. Yes, I synced. It was very fun. Luckily, I had plenty of the... what you calls it? Blah, 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 blah. I had plenty of the blah, 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 blah. Gosh, my brain is not braining right now. Ooh, stonecutter. Let's go. Poison potions. There we go. Poison meats. I had plenty of those. So those helped out a lot. Come on. Cook them skeever tails. Oh, I didn't mean to cook the skeever tails. Dang it. Yeah, I was finally able to get like a foothold in the swamp after finding a sunken crypt. Let's see. Straight on the map. So here's a little abandoned house. Same thing. Also found a plains biome, which I think you were on for. But I found like a plains village, which is scary because there's so many goblins there. But this house right here, you can see there's a plains area, so I've got goblins constantly coming in and out trying to attack me. And then more plains here. But I found a crypt here. There's one here and like one further back. There's one over here as well. So like, yeah, dude, they're so annoying. So I don't know what the problem is. Just want to be friends. 6 copper, 4 coal, 4 stone. Okay. Yeah, I know, and I'm hoping that once I get like my iron armor, the Draugr become less and less of an issue. You know, hopefully. At least that's how it's feeling. Especially now that I watched a video on how to parry better, because I've just been absolute garbage at actually defending myself. So now that I can parry better, it's been a little bit easier over there. Plus I made some bronze tipped arrows, so that's been a lot easier. Completely missed. Just sad because now I gotta like upgrade this area because they can't freaking take any. Oh, what is it? I can't take any of the iron through the portal. You would suggest against iron armor? Oh, okay. Say, I trust your word. Let's see. What's wrong with you guys? Let's see. Forge. 4 coal, 10 wood. Okay. Four coal, 10 wood, 4 stone. Well, see, you're a professional, okay? I'm super squishy. You probably have the quick twitch reflexes of a demigod. Whereas myself, see, what do I need now? I just need the stone. Whereas myself, I'm not as good as I used to be. But I know the troll armor gives you that sneak bonus, if I remember correctly. Like the stealth bonus. Golly, I really need to clean this stuff up. Do I have 4 stone? Oh, that's right. It was full. Couldn't get it. There we go. Prepare everything. Let's see. What can I make now? Iron. Heart of the forest. Already have one. Iron brooch. Interesting. So I will need the iron buckler, which I think would be good to make. Unless, what do you think? Iron buckler, just as good. Let's see, bronze buckler, where are you? So I can look at you. Bronze buckler. I hear it, he ain't doing much. But I'll kill him. I guess I was incorrect. He was doing a bunch. The bronze buckler, 200 durability, block armor 16. The iron buckler, block armor 28, block force. Still 30. So the iron buckler is definitely something I want to get. And then this iron mace. Holy crap, 20? Where is she banded at? Or does that get made? There it is, banded shield. So I can schedule a meeting with my priest, but the church wants my number in case they need to let me know of reschedule for the planned day or whatnot. But I don't know why I'm skeptical about it though. Well, if you want me to be honest, if you're having second doubts about it, maybe keep looking for another place. That's just my opinion. I think I get what you're saying there, Cortarius. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Need to give me some fine wood. Make some nice fine weapons. Oh, okay. So that's what it's, the privacy aspect. I gotcha. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it, man. So that's probably exactly what it is. They just need it. I know, I saw that. Let's go ahead and oh, excuse me. The email the church sent, they did say it's just let me know if they need. Yeah, man. I don't think there's anything serious to worry about. It's probably just them wanting to be able to get a hold of you. I don't think they're gonna send people to your door or nothing. Crafting station, have that. Anvil's probably good to have. See, so what's the next thing I want to make? Eat more honey. Eat more schmeat. I think I should make food preparation table. But in the meantime, we go to sleep. Never mind. We kill some baddies. Wherever they might be. I go away? Cool. I went. So I failed. Just finish up scheduling the meeting with my priest so I can be baptized yet. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt you to learn the process, you know? That's pretty typical of most places. Before you get baptized at our church, they want you to have a meeting with the pastor a couple times. Just to kind of go over things with you. Pretty normal. Num 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 num. Modifier, fine wood. Well, yeah, so it's a big commitment. That's cool. Has a secret compartment to store its stash. Go on. What's underneath here? I bet it's underneath here. Haha! I knew it. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's more than one. Wooden mace. That's interesting. Is it just the two? That's cool. Thanks, man. I would have never known that. Obliterator, I feel like, would be so helpful. Get rid of all the useless crap I don't need. Fine wood. That's what we're looking for. So chop some down. Can you show me how to get to Sesame Street? in here. You leave my ship alone. I swear, little varmint. Oh, which one? See, I played Stick of Truth. I actually really liked the Stick of Truth when I played it. It's really fun. Such a silly, stupid game, but so fun. But I mean, it's South Park. What do you expect? Oh, you pick up the fractured the hole. I think I started to play that one, but I wasn't as into it. See, those games are fun, but they're like time consuming. I mean, not to say that this one isn't, but I like the free world roaming aspect. Shoot, how much fine wood did I need to build what I wanted to build? I don't even know if I want to build it yet. That's right, I wanted to build food preparation table. Just because I've never gotten this far before. I made it to the swamps and that was about it, but I've never gotten to the food preparation table. Because all I want to do is prepare my fish. And then start working on improvements for all this crap. And I guess make sure I got 15 scraps of some sort. Not quite. Yeah, so I'm wanting to build one in here too. I just still wanted to like progress the story and stuff before I do more building. I think you should make the church something. I think it'd be really cool. So you can do some pretty impressive stuff in Minecraft. Are you gonna go with like a more contemporary church, or are you gonna go with like traditional? Oh, I missed. There we go. More traditional design. You're gonna build it in like the Gothic style, like the Cologne Dome, or shoot, what's the one in Paris? Notre Dame. Level 2 boar. Look at all those leather scraps. My goodness. Come here, give me all your money. Which I should now have enough for my food preparation table. Excelsior. I need... I can't remember. 5, okay. Why on earth do I have dandelion? Other scraps. Exactly enough. The raw fish. Mossy fishing bait. Interesting. I'm not sure how to describe the type of build I want to do. I don't want to do like a huge project, but I also want to do something that will look nice in its own way. I say whatever you go with, man. You go for. Sir Damplefoot. Sir Damplefoot. Sir Dampfalot. Good morning. How are you? I appreciate you stopping by and saying something. Sir Dampfalot. Okay. Just trying to make sure I pronounced your name correctly. How are you this morning? Say, the fact that you were saying good morning tells me that you must be in either Europe or somewhere else that is ahead of my time zone. To which I say, good morning. I'm thankful that you were in here. Ooh, wirklich? Das ist toll. Es tut mir leid für mein Deutsch. Es ist nicht sehr gut, aber... Oh. You're triggered? What are you triggered about? Is it my terrible pronunciation? Or just my terrible organizational skills? Or all of the above? Because all are fair things to be triggered by. To be fair, I never claimed to be great, okay? Just doing my best. I know, I'm sorry. I get so distracted. I'll tell you what, I will build more chests for you. Let me go back to here. I'll build a couple more chests because I appreciate you stopping in and saying something. Can they stack on top of each other? They cannot. It'd be a lot cooler if they could. Okay, now, true test. What goes in each one? So this one's going to be my materials. Okay. A lot of this uses scraps, fine wood and stuff, I'm assuming. Ancient bark. Okay, so I've got a couple more chests for you. But you're right, this one needs a chest too. So I'll put wood and such in here. Okay. And I fucking knew it was gonna be my inventory that triggered you, man, because I know my inventory organization sucks. I struggle with that so badly in other games too, like Minecraft. I just cannot organize to save my life. So I got ancient bark, which I think I'll need over here. Yes, I think I'll need ancient bark over here. I remember what I was going to do. I was going to go back and get those fish that I caught. You may not know it, but you coming in here just to tell me that my inventory management's trash is super funny to me. So I appreciate your honesty. Okay. Take the axe. I'd like to use the obliterator at some point. Look at all this stuff. Can't use that at the table yet. Wait. There we go. Wait, didn't even come out yet. My carrot's done yet? Not quite. Really wish this could come with me. Be a lot cooler if it could, right? Fish in a barrel. Oh, that's a very smart thing to say, and I appreciate that. See, this is why it pays off to have people who know the game, because I sure don't. Alright, sorry, I had to mute my mic there for a second. Stag Breaker could be helpful in the Crypt swamps. You can kill the monsters with mud piles. That is such a smart idea. See, I'm very blessed to have people in here that actually know how to play the game. To me, I'm just kind of flying by the skin of my teeth, you know? Inventory full, of course it is, because I'm terrible at management. Okay, so food is going in here. Okay, I'll need you. Make raw fish. If I have enough material, improve it again. The stag breaker? Okay. I can do that. Right now, I'm just happy because I've never been able to use fish before. Let's see. So this does AoE damage, right? Sweet. Cooked fish. More so for health. Decent stamina. Okay. Let's see. Stag breaker. Oh, I have all this crap back at the other base. What was it that I needed? Upgrade. Let's see. Core wood, deer trophy, leather scraps, bone. Okay. Sir Damphilot, wherein do you reside in the Great Deutschland? for my own curiosity. If you don't mind. You don't have to. Just genuinely curious. Near Frankfurt? Ooh. That is southern Germany, right? If I remember correctly, which I probably don't. In the middle of the shithole. Say I went to Germany for about 2 months after I graduated high school, and I was staying up in the Nordfriesland area. So I was in a tiny little town called Nibel, which was in like a bigger town called Masbul, which was in, I think, Schleswig-Holstein. We were like 10 minutes away from the Danish border. Like, we rode our bikes there all the time. What am I looking for? Sorry, I got distracted. Deer trophy, okay. There we go. Upgraded to level 2. Put you back. Especially the bigger cities. Say, the bigger cities that I visited were Berlin. I went to Aachen. I don't know if you consider that to be big. I was in Hamburg for like a short period of time. That's kind of where I flew into, and I think we went to visit very briefly because we went to like a Haribo, like warehouse kind of thing. So I've been trying to keep up with the politics a little bit of like the EU. So I know I used to tell myself I really wanted to live in Germany after, if I ever got the chance. But seeing like what's going on politically over there, it just seems like it might be, well, the entirety of the EU, from my perspective, is getting extremely liberal. And I identify more as a conservative by American standards. So I don't know what you would consider conservative by German standards, but myself, I consider myself to be a conservative. Like, I go to church, I follow Jesus Christ. I was gonna do something else. The EU would be the wet dream of the man with the mustache. Well, you seem to be up to date with your politics, which I respect. Unfortunately, I'm not super qualified to speak on the politics of the EU or Germany extensively, but I will say, just from the outside looking in, I was there in 2011, and everything seemed fine, but then again, at the same time, I was there for fun, so I wasn't really thinking in terms of what's going on in the government there. But I can say over the last couple of years... Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, it cooked already? Interesting. Over the last couple of years, just from what I've seen on the media, it's gotten extremely liberal, and like most of the EU, from what I see, it caters more towards immigrants coming in as opposed to its own citizens. I know here recently I saw a movement, I can't recall which one it was, but they were calling this movement Nazis because they were basically conservative, like they wanted stricter immigration policy as opposed to what Germany currently has now. But again, that was just a 10-minute YouTube video that I watched months ago. I know that Poland, I mean, it's everywhere, man. I mean, look at what's happening here in America currently, right? Like we have. That's what I need to do. I need to go get some tin. Like, I'm sure it makes the news over there as well. All the stuff that's going on here about our immigration policies and what Donald Trump's doing and what they're accusing him of doing and all that. I mean, fuck. New York just elected a openly socialist mayor. I need to put this swamp key up. Like, that Mamdani guy is an openly socialist person, and New York City just elected him. I find that so crazy. But at the same time, not really, because New York City is a very liberal city, as is, Chicago, Los Angeles, Portland, Seattle. All very extremely liberal cities. But the idea of there being a socialist mayor in the United States, especially a city that is so well known, it's crazy to me to think. But I'm taking my boat around. Let me make sure I can lighten up my weight. I'm not surprised, if I'm being honest with you, that it happened. Sadly, I think it was only a matter of time before it did. But, Sir Damn Fallout, what is going on there right now? Say, please fill me in, because I actually really love Germany. Like, where I visited, I found out a couple years ago that I have, and this is going to sound silly, but I have great-great-great-great-grandparents that came from Germany in like the early 1800s. I got on Ancestry.com and tried to find out, my ancestry. Come to find out that on my father's side, we have some German heritage. Which is crazy because I'm super short. I'm like 5'7". I don't know what that is in the meters. Damn lot, so I apologize. It's not tall, I can tell you that much. But I can read German and understand it for the most part, but I cannot read cursive German. Going the right way? Yeah, I'm going the right way. The northern states were mostly of German descent. You're talking here in America, I'm assuming. Say, I am from Indiana. say we have pockets of like German settlers throughout Indiana. Like a town probably maybe 35, 45 minutes north of me celebrates like their own version of Oktoberfest every year. And they've got like a very heavy German, well, had a very heavy German population years and years ago. You know, man, I miss the country. I really do. It's a shame that you're telling me it's kind of gone to shit the last couple of years, the last decade. But, like, from a certain perspective, I can understand why. I think it's because, and this is something that I don't have to deal with, but I did notice while I was over there, is you have like this generational guilt for what happened during the 40s, and at this point I feel like the people can let go of that, you know. They weren't directly responsible for what happened, you know. It's like people over here are saying that I should feel guilty for slavery 200 years ago. Oh man, I hate to tell you, it's the violent crime. It's everywhere. The prices are getting more expensive everywhere. You can blame COVID for that, there, friend. I mean, over here in America, I don't know if it was happening over there, but during COVID, companies were shrinking the size of their product but keeping the same price, thinking that we weren't going to notice. The safest nuclear power plants in the world were destroyed? Say, I don't know anything about that. Were the safest nuclear power plants in Germany? Because I would have guessed Japan, personally. Canada's immigration policy is so bad, honestly, it makes it hard for the youth to find jobs since the government subsidizes wages of immigrants. No, I get that, man. Oh, so you buy nuclear power from abroad? Interesting. I mean, that's so crazy. Because, like, even in my city, where I'm at, we do the exact same thing with our power. We kind of outsource it from other parts of the... I'm going to hit stuff. We outsource our power from, like, other cities miles away. France and Poland. I mean, I gotta say, I do like Poland's immigration policy. From what I've seen, I don't know anything about it other than surface level, but from what I've seen, it's pretty funny. Like yeah, instead of prioritizing Canadians, it's cheaper to outsource the work to immigrants who then overlay their student visa or overstay their student visa. Oh yeah, and that's kind of something that you're seeing here in the States right now with our ICE, right? I can agree with that, because even when I was there in 2011, that's one thing I noticed was an abundance of like wind turbines just all over the countryside. Like, I was shocked to see how many wind turbines there were. Oh! Thank you, he did the work for me. Let's see, what do I got here? More copper. Go ahead and label this. So I just need to grab a little bit of tin. I need to get the F out of here. Just need to make some bronze for my stuff. Say the whole immigration thing, it wouldn't be a problem, right? But like, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The same thing that everyone's thinking. The people that are immigrating are refusing to assimilate into the culture of the country that it's immigrating to. Now, for right now, say I found a trader already in the Black Forest down here, but I haven't found another trader yet. But what I was saying is, you have all these immigrants coming from a certain part of the world, right? And they're refusing to assimilate into the culture or the country that they're immigrating to, while simultaneously expecting the country that they're living in to bow down to their beliefs and their way of life, which historically is not how it goes. Like, they're free to worship and believe how they see fit. That is their choice and their personal option. Yeah, they're just trying to make it the same place that they came from. But the same place that they came from is the whole reason that they left. Yeah, and I understand that maybe they're leaving their home country because of turmoil, which, if we're being honest, most of these people that are immigrating are of Muslim descent. And their countries are, in the modern history, are still very violent areas. Otherwise, why would they be immigrating? Found an old picture I took of how a copper vein unveiled looked like. If I may post it in the chat, I don't care, man. Go for it. I appreciate you asking, though. More copper. Let's go. But, like, as far as Muslims go, I don't really have a problem with the people in general. Obviously, I disagree with their religious ideology. But, you know, I've seen a lot of Muslims that are really good people. It's just, I think, unfortunately, the ones that, and I'm not going to say all, because that's unfair, but I'm going to say a good portion of the ones that immigrate are the ones that even their own government don't really care if they're there or not. And I think you get a lot of the, I don't want to say extremists, because again, that's just a broad generalization. Well, I personally have a theory that the 60s uh, liberation of so the liberation of women's sexual freedom. And this is a hot take, right? So bear with me here. The invention of birth control, I think you can trace that is one of the bigger downfalls of our current birth control is a huge downfall of our society. And here, let me explain, right? And when you have sexual freedom with no consequence, oh my gosh. Go, 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 go. Oh my goodness. Slight problem, too many characters, so I can't enter it here. Okay, no worries, man. So I don't think I have images shut off, so you're good. That's a rock. But, back to what I was saying, right? Birth control, you know, it undermines the scripture, right? We are told, man and woman, be fruitful, multiply, stuff like that. Well, what it did, and this is again just my opinion, so take it, leave it, but just be respectful. It allowed further promiscuity. People could now have sex with no fear of consequence, right? Which sucks, because you have all these people having sex, and okay, did not see that coming. And it slowly trickled down to the destruction of the modern nuclear family, where it's one father, one wife, and a child. Now you see that now women have to work, men have to work. Before, everyone could afford a house. Like, you could have a home on a one-person income and a car and go to college. But now that they allowed women into the workforce, which again I don't see as a bad thing, but this is just a product of that, right? So now that women are in the workforce, you have to pay double the amount of people to work. So you're going to make jobs where wages aren't as expensive, and you're going to up the price of product because you can afford to do that now. It's just like a huge slippery slope. And then if you look at, honestly, you aren't wrong, too promiscuous in the normalization of lust. No. And let's look at Solomon, right? King Solomon, wisest man to ever live, and wisest man who ever will. Right? Biblical character. Knew everything. Could get everything right. What was his downfall? Lust, promiscuity, women. When you refer to contraception, are you referring to like condoms or like medicinal herbs? Because I know that they used to have like old goat skin or lamb skin condoms that they would use, or they had little tips and tricks that they would do to try and prevent them from getting pregnant. But I'm talking more specifically like when birth control was invented in like the 60s, when it was readily available to the average person. Then you had the Summer of Love, where free love was everywhere, at least here in the United States. Herbs, yes, no condoms, okay. So I know that there are stories of like people taking, what is it, like wormwood or nightshade, shit like that. And I'm sure I'm getting the herbs wrong, but like you understand what I'm trying to say. But there wasn't as... No, fairy tales from the alleged Middle Ages. Gotcha. say what I mean is like birth control, readily available, right? Actively being pushed onto young girls and women nowadays as a way of monitoring or making their periods easier. Which, again, I'm not a woman. I don't understand how hard a period is. I'm sure it really, really sucks. I wouldn't want to bleed for my penis once a month for 5 to 6 days. So I get it. It sucks. There's an old saying, and I think holds true. And I'm probably going to butcher it, but bear with me. Hard times make hard men. Hard men make easy times. Easy times make weak men. And weak men make hard times. So, like, it's just a constant loop. Right now, in my opinion, we are in the era of easy times and weak men. I mean, let's look at it. Testosterone is decreasing in men in younger generations. Whether most definitely, yeah, I agree. And whether it be from the food that we eat that's overly processed, or the just the fact that we don't have to hunt and gather anymore. Say again, these are all my opinions, and it's, if you agree, awesome. If you disagree, that's okay too. I enjoy the fact that we can have civil discourse and speak our thoughts. It's sadly one thing I wish the liberals in America believed in. It's just, you disagree with me, so I'm going to yell at you. Oh no, I completely agree with you, Dan Flawed. Like, our diet is a huge component. When I was in Germany and I was visiting all the castles, like, I went to a trip down the Rhine River, and dude, I couldn't go like a mile or two without seeing some sort of castle. And when I would go to visit some of these castles, I'd walk in through the doorways and they're short, like even shorter than I am. And my tour guide said, yeah, people were a lot shorter back then because of how poor their diets were. So it absolutely makes sense that our diets are a contributing factor as to why testosterone's on the decrease and estrogen's on the increase. Well, even from a young age, I always knew that if you are yelling in an argument, you've already lost. The dumbest person is the loudest person in the room, because they're not able to articulate their thoughts in a calm, civil manner. Because it's like, I'm caveman, I'm right, ooga booga, you know? Like, that's how people are nowadays. Or at least in my opinion, how majority of the liberals are. And that's not to say that there's plenty of liberals out there that are good at having a nice civil dialogue, because there are. Dan Filata, I can agree with that. So I'm just telling you what the tour guide told me. But your idea makes a lot of sense. But the thing is, like, when you look at, and again, Christians, we are not perfect, but we are told to try and be Christ-like. And to be Christ-like means that we try to be perfect, knowing that we will fail and miss every time. But if you go back to early America, Well, if you go back to earlier America, say like the 1930s, 1940s, when the nuclear family was at its height, when people could afford to live on a one person income, everybody was happier. Say, even in like the African American community or the black community in America, everyone was just happier during the 1940s and 1930s. And I know that sounds contradicting because we had segregation, we had Jim Crow laws, but if we look at the statistics, there was less single mother households in the black community during the 1930s and 1940s, as opposed to the overwhelming, I believe the last time I checked the statistic, and you're more than welcome to fact check me on this, I believe the last time I checked it was about 70% of the black community was single mother households. Which is crazy. And whether that be because of systemic racism early in the country, or just because the culture has changed. But I think everybody, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, in America, when you coincide with liberal values, you have a tendency to play the victim. It's easier to be a victim and blame everyone else for your problems than to have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I don't have this because of me. I don't have this because I'm not willing to put the time and effort in. And it's sad. But I apologize for going on a little rant. I try not to get too political. I love that. Well, it's true, and I don't know if you know, but like our attention spans are getting shorter. This probably was just like a little spoof thing, but like I said our attention spans are as short, if not shorter, than that of a goldfish. Which, I mean, again, take that with a grain of salt. I know they say the goldfish have historically small memories, but I think even now they're starting to say that it's not as bad as we thought it was. But next time you watch... Oh yeah, absolutely. Next time you watch TV, right? I want you to pay attention. Count how many seconds in between every like scene and when they jump. So you'll notice that the camera changes every, I'd say, 2 to 3 seconds. I mean, shoot, think about this. I grew up with dial-up internet. Yes, I'm that old, I'm dating myself. I grew up with dial-up internet. No TV for 10 years? Good on you. Well, if you had a TV, you would notice that every like 2 to 3 seconds you're going to see a scene change, right? And it's because our attention spans are getting shorter. We're not able to focus for that long. Like I said, I had dial-up internet growing up. I still remember it. You know, it was not uncommon for the internet to take, 3 to 5 minutes to log you into the internet. Now we freak out if we don't have internet within like 2 seconds of booting up our Internet Explorer or Google Chrome. But sadly, it's just the age we live in now. You see that in music songs too? They used to be up to 20 minutes long. Now they're no more than 3 minutes. Yeah. Because our attention spans can't handle it anymore. I mean, even me sometimes, like, I think I just have slight ADHD because I have trouble focusing. But that doesn't mean I can't focus, and I don't use it as an excuse. I just tell myself, you know, you have trouble focusing, try harder. Honestly, stop watching TV. I have one, but it's lying dead here for almost a year now. Hey, more power to you, friend. I'm impressed. I'm jealous. I'll be honest. I need my TV right now because I don't do much. I go to work, come home, I go to band practice for the church on Wednesdays. Open your third eye, cleanse your pineal gland, meditate, and it'll get better. I agree that meditation helps. Absolutely. We have a bad habit of putting our TV on just like a random video at night just for background noise, you know. Helps us sleep a little bit because I've just grown up so used to it. But you know, like, what are you gonna do about it? Say I've got 2 kids, live in an apartment in town, trying to get a house. Because I would love for my kids to spend more time outside than they do currently. You know, it sucks. But these are the hands we're dealt, and this is what you gotta do, you know? Say, these are the hands we're dealt. But, gentlemen, I think I'm going to hop off because here in about an hour I'm going to go pick up my son. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. As always, it's nice to have people in here to talk to, so thank you so much for being part of the conversation. Gotarius, Danfalot, I know it's late for you guys. It's almost 6 a.m. for you guys. So again, I appreciate the fact that you guys are willing to stay up, hang out with me. But, as I do always, I'm going to close out the stream with a prayer. And I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow or not. Breakfast now. Heck yeah. What's for breakfast? Käsebrot? Sorry, I don't get to speak my German very often. I do miss a good German breakfast. What I tell you though is that I miss the most is Brötchen. Miss that stuff. It was so good. But yeah. Well, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and say a prayer. Then I'm gonna hop off. Oh, dude, don't get me started. That sounds so good right now. I love the bruchin. I also love the fact that, at least where I was at, we buttered everything before we ate it. Every piece of bread we ate had to have butter on it. So it was bread, butter, a little bit of, I think, a shank, Fleisch. Fleisch is meat. I think they call it schenken. It's like a ham, like a thin bacon slice. So that stuff was so good. Fleischwurst? Oh. Tell you one thing I really do miss, though, is currywurst. I loved currywurst. And pommet mayo. Just, that blew my mind the most, honestly. It's just walking down inside of a town, and there's just a French fry stand that serves French fries and mayonnaise. I never had French fries with mayonnaise until I went to Germany, and I'm so glad, because now I order my French fries with mayo all the time. One thing I wish we had, though, because being up in Nibel, like I said, we were 10 minutes away from the Danish border, so we got to go to Zilt a lot. Well, not a lot, but we went to Zilt like 3 times, and I was impressed because there was always Döner, there was always creperies, and there was always French fry stands. Like, it was definitely a culture shock for me. Because, like, here, you got, like, hot dog vendors, you have, that's pretty much it. But we got, like, taco trucks here, which is pretty sweet. But, man, just German food, you just can't beat it, honestly. I've been craving German food so much. We have a place about an hour away from where I live called the Hofbräu House. And I want to go there so badly. And another thing I really miss is German beer. So simple, but so good. I don't think I ever had a bad beer in Germany. Well, that's not true. There was one beer that I drank there that the people I were staying with told me it was a Danish beer. It was like a green can with like a red star, I think. And they bought it because it was super cheap. Hofbräu House, nice. Weisswurst und Breissein. Sauerkraut und Eisbein. Brau. Oh, Broy. Sorry. The Hofbräu House. Weisswurst. That's like white sausage, right? And was ist Breiseln? Oh. That Z is in a precarious spot. I do not know how to pronounce it there. I know that Z's sound like S's. Would it be Breiseln? An Eisbein? Eisbein. What is Bein? So I apologize if I'm destroying your beautiful language. Sweet mustard. Which one is Bresson? Sweet mustard? I thought mustard was Senf. Stetzler? Stetzler? Say, I know. What is Spätzle? Because I have something that I eat over here called Spätzle with like a P, which is pretty good. But I've never heard of Spätzle. Never had pork knuckle, but it sounds interesting. Sounds pretty good. Gosh, you guys are making me hungry. I miss German food so much. I tried making some good old-fashioned Kartoffelkuchen. I think I said that right. And with the applesauce. And people looked at me so funny when I came back. I say one thing that was really hard to get used to being over in Germany, though, was like there's no free refills on anything. And you know, being an American, being a fat dude, you get so used and pampered by free refills that when I went to like an outdoor cafe, and they give me like this tiny ass little Coca-Cola bottle, I'm like, what the hell is this? And I paid like €2.50 for it. Oh, dude, I loved the potato pancakes. They were so good. It's like so simple, but so filling and so delicious. It's like, it's soul food, basically. It's all it is. It's just good old-fashioned soul food. Oh, shoot. I do need to get off, though. Guys, as always, I love y'all. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. Sir Damphilot, Gortarius, I both love and hate you guys for making me reminisce fondly on my memories of Deutschland and the various tasty treats that I had there. But I also appreciate it. But I'm going to go ahead and say my prayer. I'm going to get off here. And then I will hopefully see you guys next time I stream. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that bell. It does notify you when I go live. I would absolutely love to see you guys and talk to you some more. If you're not subbed, consider it. Because, you know me, I'm trying to spread the word best I can. So, go ahead and pray. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this beautiful night that we have. And that we were able to gather here together to just kind of chill and shoot ideas off each other and ideologies and do that in a civil way and respectful way. I'd like to thank you, Lord, for Gortarius, or Damphilot, and Kool-Aid, as well as Dallas for joining us tonight in the stream and just hanging out with us, honestly. You know, I feel truly blessed that gaming is one of those few things in the world that does bring people together. You know, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, it doesn't matter your age range, it doesn't matter your sexual orientation, doesn't matter about anything. It brings us together, and it's awesome. Lord, just continue to watch over these people in this stream, keep them safe, allow them to have a good remainder of their weekend. I ask that you touch them and put your hand on them so that they may know you better and have a nice walk with you. And Lord, I just say these things in your Son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you, guys. I will see you guys next time. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Damphilot, Gortarius, go get some sleep. Or breakfast, whichever you prefer. Kool-Aid, I'll see you later too, okay? Love you guys. Have a good night / morning.